Okay, YouTube, this is my 150th try on this video. Time to do it again. Not just playing. But basically, this video, I might title it, It's Not That Deep. I've been thinking about making more YouTube content, but I think my biggest struggle was like just getting in front of the camera. Obviously, I've been in front of the camera before, but just like figuring out what to talk about. Once I know what to talk about, like I'm hopping in front of the camera and I'm talking. Like low-key, I've noticed YouTube is like one of the most clutch business models because all you're doing is hit a button, start yapping in front of the camera. People love you, right? I like to talk to people, so I'm in front of the camera talking now. I've been watching like Hamza videos and stuff, and pretty much he has a channel where he just hits the button and he just talks normally. So I mean, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I'm hopping in front. The title might be "It's Not That Deep." I already said that. Basically, my structure for this video to get me through this, I got these little speaker notes. I wrote it on this. It's from my job, and then. So pretty much, I got my title written down. I got a little talking points written down. I want to get into my first point. This is off the top of my head. I didn't write this one down. Basically, I was at my job, and I think I had some friends. So I'm in the military, right? I'm in the Marines. So I had some friends sitting there, and they were like, "Oh, when I get out in a couple of months, I'm gonna work here, construction, or I'm gonna work here." People will work anywhere. They'll be a plumber, electrician, tech, whatever. Anything underneath the sun, people would work at there, right? And one like thing I noticed when they were talking, they literally said, "Oh, when I'm going to this job, my dad is gonna like put in a good word for me, and I pretty much got a guaranteed job. He's like up here in the company." Most people, they don't get hired at places, like they gotta go through an interview and all this shit. Like, the whole point, what I'm trying to get at is when you know certain people, you just make it further in life. Like things are just like gonna be more easy. Like my point is life is almost like a big homie hookup. It's like sometimes they say it's not what you know, but it's like who you know, and that shit's kind of real. Like it happens in the military. I'm not gonna say exactly what, but it happens in the military. It's not what you know sometimes, it's who you know to get certain things done. And yeah, same thing with that job. This guy's gonna get that construction job. He did say his dad's not gonna flat out give him the job, but his dad knows the connections and he's gonna point him towards those people, and then he'll be able to like work with them or whatever, right? If they want him, right? Because the universe isn't just gonna hand you stuff. You still have to like kind of put in work to get what you want. So he still has to show up. Speaking of putting in work to get what you want, I'd like to get into my next point, what I actually wrote down. I did my physical fitness test today. I said that I'm a Marine, right? I'm a sergeant. I've been in for like 4.5 years. Did my physical fitness test. It consists of pull-ups. You do a plank. That's basically like you're on your freaking arms and you're in a straight out flat position. Your body's laid flat like this when you're on the ground. Ab exercise. You hold that for like almost 4 minutes. And then you do max of the pull-ups. So let's say it's like 23 pull-ups or whatever. I only had like 18. Do the plank for like 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And then you do a 3-mile run. To pass the 3-mile run, you need to do like 27 minutes and 45 seconds, which is terrible. Because most guys out there are running like, let's say the average guy, like an average run is like 24 minutes, 25, right? Some guys out there, we're running like, I ran like a 22:35. We got guys out there that can run 18 minutes, guys that run 20 minutes, right? So it's crazy. But my point is, I wasn't really that prepared for it. Like I was semi-prepared. But the lesson I learned for that is, you utilize every day to prepare as much as possible for what you got to do, right? So sometimes you got to do a little bit of backwards planning. Like, oh, I know I got to run tomorrow like a lot or work out. It might be a good idea to eat some carbs the day before or drink lots of water the day before, right? So that like helps you prepare for the future. Let's say you know you gotta have a trip and you gotta spend like a lot of money, right? You just use a little bit of common sense. You're like, oh, I should probably save money up and then plan for the trip. How much would I spend on food? How much would I spend on gas? It's just basic planning, right? So like little things like that. You always want to stay prepared for what you kind of want to do. It's like going on a trip. You're going to pack your clothes. Common sense. Every day should be stacking towards your goals. So I guess like me hopping on this YouTube video, that helps out my goals. I get better at talking in front of the camera. You want to be taking your vitamins. You want to do some type of physical activity throughout the day. You want to do some type of like stretching. I know a lot of us are not stretching, and then you get older and then your body starts to hurt. So you could do some type of stretching throughout the day. I know it's really hard because you get off work and you're really tired. You don't feel like doing anything. That's one of my talking points coming up. Next one, control your emotions. So I think the other week or whatever, like, I don't know what happened, bro, but like someone, like one of my coworkers said something in a chat and it kind of pissed me off. It was basically like I was running late and I said something about me potentially being late because of another person making me late. And I'm like taking accountability. Like I'm literally telling them, hey, I'm going to be late like 50 minutes before I'm late. And they said something, it was like grown man, by the way, or something. And that shit kind of got to me, bro. I was like, damn. But looking back at it, like I sorted that whole situation out or whatever. But basically at the time I got mad. I told him, I was like, say it to my face, whatever. Like that shit was like mad childish, right? Because I got emotional, I got tight, and I just said that shit. Like I pretty much crashed out and I was like, yo. And I said that. But that's wild, right? Rage baits. I guess that's like people trolling you or whatever. Like sometimes you gotta just lighten up. Like in that situation, I should have just been lightened up because he was just joking. So rage baits happen all the time. Stress management. I'm not gonna lie, every day I'll be stressed. Like I know a lot of y'all are probably stressed out. It just happens. It's hard being a man, or just, well, I'm speaking of majority men, probably some women watching this, but for stress, I mean, I just pretty much, I'm just like y'all, whoever's watching this video, I watch other YouTubers and I try to get ideas, and then I just try to learn, bro, and just do more stuff. I got a bunch of books. I'm too lazy to flip the camera, but I got a couple books. Reading is probably a good idea to get some new thoughts. But I heard Tristan Tate, he was like, reading just a higher form of Netflix. It's just entertainment. If you just read. They say some of the smartest people on the planet, you still poor. You didn't really do anything. You didn't take no action. Damn, my video cut out and I just had to delete like hella apps for storage. But back to the next talking point. Just basically, I think what I was getting at was keep learning from others. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't do enough because you don't know enough. And it's not because you're necessarily lazy. It's just, you just don't have enough knowledge and you just don't feel comfortable like doing what you have to do. I feel like the more you have that habit established, you could just, and the more reps you have with it, you could just get into it. That could apply to like anything. Like I used to be, I would say I was pretty inexperienced with like, let's say talking to women, for example. But the more and more you do it, it just becomes so easy. And you just run into more people that are like good at it, and then you could have better conversations about it. That like applies to anything. Let's see. Sometimes you are gonna be tired. Yeah, sometimes you're just gonna be tired. Like the other day, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, damn, I wanna record a YouTube video. But I was dead tired. Like I had the most BS day at work. It was just hella shit just kept happening. I was hungry, took a shower, went to bed. I was like, fuck that. But now I'm here today. It's a different day. Still had a long ass day, but I squeezed the shit in. I'm probably yapped for like 10 minutes in total when I combine these clips. Let's see. I got another thing that I saw in a video that was interesting to me. It was like Tristan Tate again. He said, I was watching a podcast, that's why I keep bringing him up. If you sleep 2 hours less to work towards your future, it's like it'll be better off for you. Basically, he was getting at like being rich and all that. I don't want to hop up here and just be like, hey, like be all rich. Like, bro, I'm not even fucking rich, so why am I talking about that? But it's still a good concept. The lesson is pretty much if you want to obtain a certain goal, you might have to sacrifice like 2 hours of sleep, bro, to like dead ass get it. Or maybe a different perspective, you don't have to sacrifice sleep. You just have to have better time management. Because I could sleep for 8 hours and then the next day, let's say I want to make a YouTube video every day, 10 minutes, right? You just squeeze in the YouTube video. And that was throughout my day. I didn't have to cut 2 hours of sleep to do a 10-minute YouTube video or whatever the hell. Or let's say learn the piano. I could do that during daylight hours if my day isn't like fully booked up. It's just time management, I would say. But I guess what he was getting at was if your full day is booked out and you're at the end of your day and you're like, fuck, I just want to go to sleep. It's like, do you want to obtain that goal more than you want to go to sleep? Or for the amount of sleep that you want? I think that's a lesson, what he was saying. And I wanted to say that to you guys. That's pretty interesting. But for my take, I mean, I would still get my sleep, obviously, and then squeeze it in the next day. Because my day's not that fucking busy where I literally cannot squeeze in certain things that I want to do. So I'm not going to just sacrifice my sleep. Unless, like, it's a day like this where I'm like, long-ass day wasted. Hey, I'm tired. I want to go to bed, but I know I want to record this YouTube video. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. That's different. Yeah, I think this video is probably long as fuck now. I'm about to just cut it out right now. Just like, comment, subscribe if you made it to the end. Give me a fire emoji in the comments if you made it this far. I'm going to have my Twitch linked into my next reaction video. I'm going to have my Twitch up there. You guys can follow me on that. Do some reaction videos. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to do videos where I talk to y'all like this. And I'm going to do reaction videos. And then, I don't know. What else comes? Y'all will see.